Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Cabral Concept. We are here today with a brand new Friday review, one of my favorite shows, as I always like to state to you, and that is because it is a show that allows me to share a little bit more about myself, what's going on in my life, everything that's been going on in the practice, but also, like, this is really who I am. I love all different aspects of health and wellness and anti-aging and fitness, exercise, you name it. So on these Friday review shows, I get to update you really with where we're at in our practice, where we're moving towards, what I'm doing in my life, products that I'm actually using myself and my family is using as well. And then, of course, I research so many different things in the field of health, wellness, weight loss, anti-aging, nutrition that I'd like to share with you a few of the, I believe, actionable ones that you'll want to take right now, like the one on ginger coming up today. But also things to be on the watch out for. And I've certainly shared that in the past with all sorts of different anti-aging based protocols and anti-aging based treatments, we'll say, that will be available in the future. So it's like, it's good to know about these things now. So that's why it's just such a big believer that we need to keep our bodies healthy now. 10 more years, 20 more years, the advances in medicine are going to be absolutely incredible. Not only in what we'll be able to do from stem cell wise and different mitochondrial treatments, et cetera, but I will tell you this, is that the ability to be able to track early detection is going to be so much better. So whether you decide to go with conventional medicine treatments or natural health-based protocols, you're going to have your options and you're going to figure out things that are going wrong faster before they become much more dangerous within the body. So I look forward to that, and trust me, I will be keeping up the research and bringing you all of the latest and greatest. All right, so let's dive right in the show. We have so much to go over. I've got some product reviews right here. I've got a little bit of research that I'll be talking about. One of my favorite apps that I've been using for the last about 60 to 90 days, and now I want to bring it to you. A phenomenal app for anybody that likes to do research and reading and kind of keep notes in a very organized way on their goals and what they read and what they should review in the future. That's certainly, I've got a long list of to review as well. I'm going to bring you that. But before we get started, I want to share with you what's going on right now in the multiple practices that we do have. And the first thing I do like to share, and it's just always a little bit of a personal note, is that I always find that January is a very strange month for me. Probably the strangest month of the year, there's no doubt about it. And the reason is I take a lot of time off in December. December is a month for me to spend with family. It's to enjoy. It's also to think about the coming year and to also grade myself in a very gentle way as to how I did on my 2020 goals. You know, it's like, did I do well over the past year or did I not? And I don't, you know, it's not like school. I'm not grading myself and giving myself an F. It's more like, hey, how'd you do? Did you set the goals that were appropriate for you? Did you just change your mind along the way? How far did you come? And are you happy overall? Like, that's what matters. And maybe I didn't accomplish some of my goals. That's okay. But am I still in a place that I'm enjoying the work that I'm doing and my relationships and my fitness and my health? Like, did I let anything slide? So it's a really nice assessment month. But the problem is when we roll into January, then I'm like, all right, I need to make up for that lost time. For the last month, I haven't been, you know, pushing things to that same limit. And so, but I realize always around this time in the month, right? It's kind of like the end of January. All right, you know, that's okay. Everything's good. You need to realize that this is a marathon and not a sprint, right? It's still, a marathon isn't that long, right? It's long, but it's not that long. So we realize that, yeah, we need to keep pushing forward. We can't take months off at a time on our goals, but we do have to realize that it's not a sprint, because if it is a sprint, you're probably not going to be able to maintain that pace. And I learned that many years ago. I ran track in high school, and one of the events that I ran a 4x4 relay, which I love, which is the 400 meters. It's what was with 3 other guys, and that I mean I love that race. There's no doubt about it. That was one of my favorites. But I ran the 800 meter, which is a half mile, and that is a completely insane race because if you think about it, it is not a long distance race and it's not a sprint. Like the 400 meters, which is one round around the track, which is basically a quarter mile, you sprint it and you're absolutely gassed and exhausted at the end of it. But a mile, okay, you're pacing yourself for the mile. At least I am. Now for a half mile, you don't know whether you should sprint because you can't make it. Your body can't go all out for really more than 90 seconds. But the race is about 2 minutes to 2.5 minutes for like a lot of good people in it. And I'm not saying that I was world class by any means, by any means, but I was decent. And the thing is, though, you can't sprint out of the gates, because if you do, then the last 30 seconds, you're just getting passed. And so like I had to learn this by trial and error, because I would be out of the gates. I'd be like, really set the pace, good to go. And then I just didn't have that last let's say 200 meters around that track, and I was just get passed. So then I gradually I would kind of watch what a lot of the older people on the team were doing and learning from them. And so I just wanted to share that with you, because that's really what the year is like. You want to move quick. There's no doubt about it. You want to move towards your goals, and you want to get excited. And I do hope, I'll talk about this in just a moment, that you checked out Monday's podcast. But at the same time, you have to manage your energy. Every day can't be completely all out, just like your workouts as well. Like all out is great in your 20s for workouts, right? But after that, you're not able to do it all. You're not able to do it all out. You're able to do it all. Like you can have your family, you can have your workouts, you can have your career, you can have everything. But if you're just completely burning it out on everything, it's just not going to last. So just wanted to share that with you. I always kind of get back into this mindset, refresh for February, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it, because I know now that I'm in a spot that I'm going to be able to maintain for the full 11 more months of the year. All right. Next up, I wanted to share with you that we are closing our IHP January enrollment this month. This podcast right here is debuting on, let's see, the 29th. That means we are closing in 2 days. That is it. So in 2 days, the one of the biggest bonus, if not the biggest bonus of the year, is going away, and that's a $600 lab kit. I believe it's our starter kit, and that comes with all level 1 and level 2 signups. So pretty fantastic. I mean, really an amazing group each month coming into IHP. And again, we always do keep it right at 100 people or so. So it might be sold out. I just have to state that I do record this podcast just about a week in advance. And so if we are sold out, we will not have the bonus available for February, but we will be doing a February enrollment, just a different bonus. All right. So next up, what I want to share with you is this. iTunes now, big announcement here. You used to only be able to get the last 300 shows of a podcast on iTunes, which is, again, fantastic, right? If you do one show a week, well, then you'll have, how many years is that? A lot, like 6 years, right, in the queue. But a show like the Cabral Concept, it's a daily show. So I don't even get to keep more than the last 300 shows, more than the last year in the queue. But now, if you are a subscriber of the Cabral Concept on iTunes, you can actually go all the way back to 000, the very first show. Those hilarious first 50 shows where I was still trying to find my voice, what the podcast was all about. But you can actually check them all out. So if you go to iTunes or your little podcast app on your phone and press subscribe to the Cabral Concept, you'll be able to now go back past the last 300 shows. Definitely check that out. I know a lot of people have been waiting for us to put out our archive shows, and we are. We actually are in the process of setting up all individual podcasts. Many of you have probably already seen the Intermittent Fasting podcast already up on iTunes. If you haven't, just type in Intermittent Fasting by Cabral Concept or Intermittent Fasting Cabral Concept, and that show category will pop up. Always remember, though, they're on Spotify. They're on all sorts of different media players. We're not playing favorites. We certainly don't have an iTunes contract. And it's always at stephencabral.com/podcast. All right. One more, and that is, if you like to be in the know when things are happening that week, not on Friday, but actually on Mondays of each week, certainly tune in to CabralSupportGroup.com. That's our free Facebook group. And every single Monday now, Monday, Tuesday at the latest, I am committed to letting you know, hey, here's the most popular podcast of last week. If you only get to listen to one or two, check it out. This is the podcast coming this week. This is what's going on in Equilife. Like, I will give you all the different updates. And of course, we have polls now inside of Cabral Support Group. And the response has been like insanely amazing. I mean, a couple thousand people on each post. It's fantastic. So we just did a poll, and they named our new, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but we're basically coming out with a superfood chocolate bar, but a single serving. So it's just a little taste, make you feel good. I call it basically guiltless chocolate. That's not the name of it. But anyway, we did a poll on it, and the people inside of our group actually named the new dark chocolate bar. We did a poll with the Health Results Accelerator. So definitely check it out. If you're not in cabralsupportgroup.com, listen, I don't use Facebook a lot. I honestly don't, but I love participating in these groups. So check that out. And I'll also be doing a live Q&A in there. So check that out. You'll be able to get your questions answered as well. All right, one more question for you here today. Leave this on Instagram if you don't mind. You can certainly leave it also at the cabralsupportgroup.com. But if you would like me to turn the Friday reviews into a longer show, I'm not saying that I'm definitely going to be able to, but let's say that you wanted to go from about 22 minutes to 45 minutes and take my time and really go more in depth on these things, let me know. I'm open to suggestions. We'll put it that way. All right. I love being able to do reviews, and I could even do maybe one more additional product if we lengthen the show. But again, I want to respect your time, and many people listen to the show every day, which is great. That means a lot to me. Okay, going on at Equal Life right now, don't miss this, $100 off for the next 2 days on all single labs. That means all individual labs, whether it be the stress hormones, mood and metabolism, or the best gut test in the world, the Candida metabolic and vitamins test, the minerals and metals test, the omega-3 test, stool test, neurotransmitter test, toxicity test, any one of the mold test, $100 off right now. And it comes with a 30-minute health coaching consultation to take you through your results and let you know what that next step should be. So it's pretty fantastic, because that in and of itself is like $150 value for that 30-minute consultation. So check it out right now over at equi.life. That's EQUI.LIFE. All right. This past week on the Cabral Concept, we had a bunch of fun shows. The first show on Monday, it is basically looking at, it's really taking care of first things first. You need to understand that there are so critical few things in life that matter that will move you towards your goals. There really are. You could do a million things for your relationship, a million things to lose weight, a million things to get healthy, a million things to improve your career. But there's so critical that actually matter, and finding the time and scheduling it and penciling it in, all those different things, that's what matters. So I shared that with you on Monday. That was episode 1816. On episode 1817, it was dedicated to male hormonal health. If you are looking to help some male in your life, or you are a male and you're looking to improve your own hormones, namely low testosterone, you don't want to miss that show. Episode 1818 was all about fasting, and it was exactly what's happening inside your body and why an 18-hour fast is different than a 24-hour, which is different than a 48-hour, which is different than a 72-hour. So definitely do not miss that show, and the benefits from each different style. Okay, it was definitely an add-on to episode 1811 from the previous week. So check that out. Episode 1819 was our interview just yesterday with Brian McKenzie. Brian is an expert in human performance, and if you ever want to hear two people in this industry completely geek out together, that was yesterday's show. I've been looking forward to talking with Brian for a while, so basically we just geeked out for a little over an hour, and I think that you'll enjoy maybe being a little bit of a fly on the wall, listening to the conversation of two people who truly love what they do. All right, that's what's going on over the past week. Let's get over now some product reviews. So this company, Supernatural, is one I've been hearing quite a bit about. They're quite popular on Instagram. Many people have been promoting them, and simply wanted to see what they were all about. My wife and I have been making our own homemade do-it-yourself cleaning products for some time. I've given the recipe on previous podcasts. You're welcome to check that out as well. But this company makes it so much easier. So The company's called Supernatural, and the thing is they send you, so I have a bunch of different boxes. They will send you this beautifully, like their packaging, I don't know why, but I'm a big fan of packaging and how the products are presented and all that. It's part of the story, and I love good stories. And so this company, though, is dedicated to using the cleanest products on the market. You can see all of their stuff is like nice and shiny here if you're watching this on video. And again, if you want to watch on video, all of this is like this beautiful packaging. So it's super shiny, reflective. Again, all videos are at stevencabral.com/podcasts, and you can also watch them on YouTube. But essentially, what they're doing is they send you a glass bottle. I'm going to pull this one out right now, so you can hear it kind of pulling out. And so again, beautifully packaged, all cardboard, no styrofoam in there. Beautiful glass bottle, says Supernatural right on it. You would not be embarrassed to keep this right on your countertop, all glassed. Little neoprene sleeve on the bottom so it doesn't slip or scratch your countertops. And then what you do is you just take the cap right off. You're going to fill it with water. I recommend clean water from your Berkey or another filter. And it gives you a little line to fill it right up to. And then all you do is you're going to add in one of their essential oil and cleaner based tubes, and you just add this right into the water. So here's the thing. We have one for wood, and we have another one for countertops. And so you can choose which one you want. This one that I'm holding in my hand right now is for stainless steel. So if you have a stainless steel refrigerator like we do, all you do is you put this in this bottle, and it actually says right on the top, stainless steel. So it makes it super easy to know which is which. And plus the essential oil colors are a little bit different as well. So just to let you know like what's exactly inside, let's see if I can find this right here. And it might not be right on the bottle, but you can go to supernatural.com for all the different ingredients. And what I will do too is if they send our community a link, I am going to put that at stevencabral.com/1820. And typically companies do. So I would definitely recommend that. And I'm going to go to their company page right now. And just go to supernatural.com. We'll check it out together. I will definitely see, again, if there's a coupon code for, a little bit off, that would obviously be quite nice for myself as well. And one thing I want to mention is they send you the glass bottles in your first one, and then all you have to do is order the refills. So these refills will come to you, and of course, there's a lot less waste. Okay, so we are going to click on the first ones first, and we're going to shop. Let's go with essential oil blends. And then I'm going to click on, let's see this one. This one is the reflecting, and it's pink grapefruit. Let me go right to the ingredients because I know that a lot of people want to know the ingredients. Pink grapefruit, lemon, lime, and sweet orange. So basically, all we're doing is adding a little bit of this essential oil blend. Again, you can do it yourself, but they also make this very, very easy for you, and that's one of the nice things as well. Plus, these are quite nice to keep right on your countertop. All right, so that is that. I've got another one right here too. And this one is the hand sanitizer. So this one, a clean hand sanitizer. I'm going to read it right to you. Just ethyl alcohol, 65%. You know that you put alcohol as a cleaner for your hands. And the other ingredients are purified water, glycerin, safflower oil, almond oil, coconut oil, jojoba oil, and lavender oil. So this is a very clean hand sanitizer. So if you're looking to keep one of those in the office or in your home, this is the coconut lavender one. And again, they send you the glass bottle and then the little spray top on the top. So quite a nice company. I think they're trying to do a lot of good in the world and really nice natural cleaners. All right, my second product review of the week is, instead of a book review this week, I want to actually give you an app that I've been using to keep my notes on books and also my research articles, as well as my workouts for the year and goals for the year. So everything is inside of this app, and it's called Notion. I'm not a paid sponsor of Notion by any means, and I believe the app is completely free. So that's kind of a nice price tag as well. And you'll know that it's Notion because it's basically has a big N on it, at least right now, the publication of this. And what I do is, like, my very first one is just my to-do list. And so It's really nice. Like it just, you can put your little icon for what they are. So basically I've got a to-do list. I've got an ideas list. I have a health list where I track all of my health numbers and my family's health numbers. So I read labs all the time for close family members and my close friends as well. And I keep their stats. Like I can actually, inside of Notion, I can actually link to PDFs, which is fantastic. So I don't need to keep a ton of documents here. I have my schedule in here, meaning like how I block my day. I've got also a to review later. So these are all research articles that I want to review in the future as well. So you can come up with any list that you want. People use this for taking notes for school. It's pretty fantastic. I mean, it really is. I used to use an app called Workflowy. I'll link that up as well. That's even simpler. So basically all it is an outline. So you put in something and then you toggle it open and then you can put links below it. So I mean, I love Workflowy as well. Don't get me wrong, but Notion allows me to do a bit more. So when I'm outlining all my health results accelerators, that's what I use because I can drag in images, I can drag in research studies, and you can't do that with Workflowy. It's not imaged based. At least it's not as of right now. So you can check that out. It's called Notion. I will link up the exact app it is at stephencabral.com/1820. All right, 2 research studies for the week. And the first one is on ginger potentially being able to counteract autoimmune issues such as lupus and many others as well. I believe that they'll most likely find rheumatoid arthritis and many in there. But again, autoimmune, I don't like to say autoimmune is autoimmune, but autoimmune is autoimmune. It's just how it expresses itself in your body is different from someone else's. So for example, if your genetics predetermine you, if you're imbalanced to rheumatoid arthritis, you get rheumatoid arthritis. If it predetermines you to lupus, you get lupus. If you get Hashimoto's, you get Hashimoto's, meaning like a person that gets Hashimoto's, because that's in their genetics, is not going to get rheumatoid arthritis unless that's in their genes to express that way. So it's inflammation from an autoimmune issue leads to this specific disease that we give a name, which is just a collection of symptoms. Well, I've talked about that on previous shows. What I want to share with you is this, is that this is talking about naturopathic medicine, which is pretty fantastic. And this is published in JCI Insight, and it was out of Michigan Medicine, a study there. And it shows that the bioactive compound of ginger root, which is 6-gingerol, is therapeutic in countering the mechanism that fuels certain autoimmune diseases in mice. Researchers specifically looked at lupus, a disease which attacks the body's own immune system and is often associated condition with antiphospholipid syndrome, which causes blood clots, since both cause widespread inflammation and damage over time. So what this did is I actually looked at how ginger, and specifically gingerol, which is one of the compounds inside of ginger, was able to counteract this inflammatory effect. So I'm going to link up the entire article. I've talked about ginger so many times now. Honestly, it is one of those true superfoods that people, like to talk about, but it honestly is. And as long as you don't have a lot of acid reflux issues due to histamine issues, then ginger is a really nice herbal tea to have with a meal or after a meal. It honestly is. If you're drinking water with the meal, just have a little bit of ginger herbal tea. This one right here is by Traditional Medicinals. I've talked about them for the past decade. They're a great company. You can purchase them pretty much anywhere. Super inexpensive. I mean, this is what, let's see. I have no idea how many packets it is, 16 packets. And this might have cost me like $4, right? So we're talking not a lot of money here. And this one has Tulsi, holy basil. I've talked about holy basil in a previous podcast. If you haven't checked that out, definitely check out my podcast on holy basil and how it's an adaptogen for your nervous system. And then ginger, which is great for the gut, great for the kidneys, and great for balancing healthy levels of inflammation in the body. So I will link up that study at stephencabral.com/1820. And I can't link up any nutritional supplements on my podcast per the FDA regulations, but you'll be able to find straight ginger tea anywhere, or even ginger with Tulsi. All right, last research study of the day on the podcast, and I know we're running a little bit over, but this one's worth it. And this is the effects of a lemon detox diet. Now, again, this is used in air quotes on decreasing inflammation as well. So I want to share this with you because this was a great one that I found, and it was based specifically on how did people do in terms of high sensitivity CRP with just drinking regular water or by doing lemon water during the day. So let me see if I can link this up for you. This is actually published on PubMed. I'm finding it right here. It's called Lemon Detox Diet, Reduce Body Fat, Insulin Resistance, and Serum HSCRP Level with hematological changes. So HSCRP is just simply high sensitivity C-reactive protein, which is a great marker for inflammation, acute inflammation inside of the body. So this one right here was essentially looking at a few different groups, 3 groups. A control group without any diet restriction, a pair-fed placebo diet, let's see, and then a lemon detox diet group. It was done for 11 days, 7 days with lemon detox juice or the placebo juice, and then 4 days transitioning with food. Changes in body weight, mass index, body mass index, percentage of body fat, waist-to ratio were significantly greater in the lemon and positive groups compared to the normal C group. So basically what they're showing is those people that add some fresh lemon juice, or in this case, it was actually not synthetic, but it was a pre-done lemon juice, actually had significant effects on insulin levels, weight loss, and their inflammation in their body. So the reason why I like to bring you studies like this is that it's very straightforward, it's very simple. It's been talked about. It's called an old wives' tale. I don't even know what that means, like that, where that saying came from. But it's basically like a lot of times, not our grandparents, but our like great grandparents used to wake up, put some lemon in warm water in the morning, and just sip on that as a tea or just regular water. Well, here's the thing: we are showing now, by modern science, hundreds of years later, that this actually works. It helps balance healthy levels of inflammation in the body, blood sugar, and yes, as naturopaths have said for many hundreds of years, it helps with the liver detox process as well. So again, it's just basically, it's just, I mean, it's not justifying, because I don't feel like I ever need to justify a lot of what we do in terms of Ayurvedic medicine or traditional Chinese medicine or bioregulatory medicine, because I'm always using state-of-the-art functional medicine, orthomolecular medicine as well. But the truth is that we know these things work. We know they work because they've been around for thousands of years. People wouldn't continue to do them. And we can see the results right here in practice. So don't give up on your lemon water first thing in the morning. It's a great thing to do. I'll typically do a little bit of lemon or lime right in water with my daily fruit and vegetable blend. Drink that right down, and that's how I start my day. So hopefully this was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, if the show was helpful, please do feel free to share it with anyone you believe it could serve. Take care, everyone. All show notes today are at stephencabral.com/1820.